Yes, it's Tales from the Jails. John G. Sutton. I'm going to talk today a little bit about the drinking culture at Wormwood Scrubs. There's a problem at the Scrubs. They used to go drinking at dinner time, a number of the staff. They shall remain nameless. The names have been changed to protect the guilty, shall we say. And they used to go drinking at dinner time in the bar, which was directly, if you seen a picture of Wormwood Scrubs, the Twin Towers there at the front of the Scrubs. Yeah, the picture of Elizabeth Fry and John Howard, the prison reformers, yeah. They're the relief images at the top of the towers. Well, if you come forward from that, on the left-hand side, as you look directly at it, that's where the club was. And a number of the staff used to go in the club. It was open at dinner time. I mean, they sold things like you could get a pasty and pork pie or something like that. And, of course, you could get pints of beer and whatever else you wanted. Seriously. And staff used to go in there and help themselves to the beer, and which was at the time, I mean, it was subsidised. It was a subsidised club, you know. It was not for profit. So I forget what the beer was in there. I mean, I tended to go, if I was going for a drink, I'd go into Shepherd's Bush or wherever, into a proper pub, you know, not a prison club. Yeah, although you're paying a little bit more for the beer, I mean, you weren't trapped into an institution, were you? But the problem was that the staff would go into the club and get themselves tanked up. Then they'd come back and play silly games with the prisoners, you know, because they were 3 parts inebriated. I mean, you've got to remember this. Staff were working on average 60 hours a week. Now, 60 hours a week, it doesn't leave you a great deal of time to do anything else. So they made up for it by drinking in the bar whilst they were on duty. I mean, these days it's not allowed. I believe it's unlawful to be on duty when you're inebriated, but back in them days, they were all at it. Chief officers, governors, you name it. I saw one governor at Strangeways, came in off. He'd been arrested in Manchester for being drunk and disorderly. Persuaded the police that he was the governor of Manchester Prison, and they dropped him off at the gate. Of course, the gatekeeper allowed him in, and the police said, just find him somewhere to sleep tonight, you know, we don't want to lock him up again. And what do you think the governor, well, what he did was he decided he would then go and pretend he was sober and insist upon inspecting all the Category A inmates in the prison. Seriously. Woke them all up. It'd be about 12 o'clock, midnight. That was absolutely crazy. I mean, staff did these kind of things. I mean, governors as well. Yeah. Norman Brown, he used to get tanked up in the club at lunchtime, go into his office and fall asleep. One winter's day, it would be January something, probably 1980, 1979, something like that. He went into his office, lit his gas fire, drew the curtains, fell asleep in the chair. The curtains caught fire, lit his office up, and he came running into the records office and blamed me. I've mentioned this before. See, the problem with drinking is at lunchtime, you've got to be sensible. And if you've had 4 or 5 pints, that was about pretty well average, you know, there's some staff that do more than that. And you go back in reeking of beer, and if you're a volatile character, and some of them were quite mad, you know, quite a lot of them were quite mad. And you get into the prison and off you go. There was one, called him Big H. You know, he's a big unit, you know, about 6'4", usual extra large size. He came in drunk, was a hospital officer, started shouting threats at me. I took statements off all the inmates who'd heard him. I went to see the governor. I said, you realise you're employing a drunk maniac? I said, I want you to put these reports into my record of service, because if he attacks me, you're responsible. I'm warning you that you're employing a drunken maniac. Get out of my office. That was Norman Brown's response. Yeah, seriously. Strange world, isn't it? But at the Scrubs, they used to play silly games like, I mean, it's disgraceful, and you couldn't report them, you know. Who you report them to? They were all in it. You know, the senior staff, the principal officer. One gang of them had an idea. They got this rope and they were pretending to hang people. They didn't hang anybody. Didn't. But they were pretending to. You know, put a rope, put it round the neck and kick the chair away. I mean, the poor bastards who were suffering that. I tried to tell them, you know, that this is no way to behave, you know. Next thing you know, it'd be me hanging up there. They were dangerous people, dangerous times. And it's not there now, folks. The police were the same. I used to go and have a couple of beers before they went on duty. Seriously. Bootle Street Police Station. All the police stations, they had their clubs, you know. Anyway, we have a guy on here called Larry who comments on here. Sars Laz or something. Yeah, he says he wants to hear a song. It must be a bugger for punishment. I believe you've bought this book, Larry, yeah? Well, I haven't seen your review. You know, write a nice little review if you would. HMP Manchester Prison. Oh, that's me actually. I was about 27, 8 at the time. I look a bit officious there, don't I? I wasn't really. I was quite a genial guy, you know. But anyway, I'm going to sing you a song now by special request of Larry. He lives at Rotherham, by the way, so you can understand that. Get a bit boring. Living on the moors. All you've got for a friend is a sheep. Or maybe a couple of sheep, who knows? Anyway, this one's called Old Man River. I've been threatening to sing this for a day or two. So I hope you're sitting comfortably, because I'm about to snooker that for you. Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and them that plants 'em is soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, bodies all aching and racked with pain. Tote that barge, lift that bale, you get a little drunk and you lands in jail. I get weary and sick of trying, I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. Coloured folks work while the white folks play, pulling them boats from dawn to sunset, getting no rest till the judgment day. Don't look up and don't look down, you don't make the white boss frown. Bend your knees and bow your head and pull that rope until you're dead. And old man River, well, he just keeps rolling along. There you go, Old Man River. It was made famous by Paul Robeson, a very intelligent man, Paul Robeson. He was a qualified barrister and a brilliant bass singer. I liked his version of Trees. Have you heard that one? I know that I shall never see a poem as lovely as was a tree. Anyway, I'll sing you that one another day. Don't forget, folks, buy my book, Tales from the Jails. We'll meet again.